Hey there, lads and lasses. This here is, of course, Thunderhand 64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States here on a Wednesday. It is a little bit past noontime, and that can only mean that it's time for some Generations Minecraft server today. And today we're going to be working on the Baby Zombie Rush beta. Beta, everybody. So Southern California is on fire again. It's pretty bad this time. We have a seasonal meteorological phenomena we call the Santa Ana winds. You might hear about that in this area, and they are particularly strong this time, 100 plus miles per hour. Kachi School was closed today because the winds were so strong they were blowing down trees and power lines, and visibility, there's air quality super bad. But even worse, those winds feed wildfires like you would not believe. I think we have 4 of them going right now. None of them near us right now. We picked a good spot, but when we bought this house, but most of it is by the coast, and so that's like maybe 60 miles west of us right now because the winds blow east to west here. So most of the time. So yeah, we've got there's a lot of people evacuating. Air quality is really bad. Again, not so bad for us because those winds are blowing east to west, so all the smoke is going away from us. But yeah, so Kachi's home today, doing his schoolwork and his viola and stuff. So, but some folks are in really bad shape here. So, let's try to make the best of this, so it'll clear our minds, and see if we can do a little escapism here and work on some Baby Zombie Rush, while I keep my eye on the phone for evacuation notices. Let's switch on over to the display. There we go. Okay. I was a little concerned. Hopefully we don't lose power or anything like that. I think we'll be all right. Okay. Baby Zombie Rush. It's been a while, right? So the last time we were here, we made a little progress board up here. So we worked on our entrance. We got that done. We've finished a secret escape door. We got that done. We made 2 arrow dispensing features. One's detrimental. It's kind of a trap. The other one's beneficial. And then the last time we were here, we worked on the baby zombie spawner at the entrance. So that is over here. Right. Spawn baby zombies. And so when the contestants queuing up and getting... There. When the contestants in the queue area and whatnot, we can come over here, hit this, and it spawns the baby zombies. There we go. And so all is in readiness, and then when we hit player entrance for the gate opens, and then slightly after that there's a delay, and then these gates open so the player can get a little bit of a head start through the door and whatnot, and then they need to run for their lives. So that's where we are so far, and we need to work on installing another feature in today. We have some major features that need to go in that I've been thinking on doing those off camera, or at least getting them mostly located and started off camera. Again, just for a little extra security. I don't expect anybody to watch the video really and try to use the videos here for the VODs to try to figure out how to beat the maze, right? To try to locate things. I think once you're in there and running around, all that stuff goes right out the door, right? So, but still, I would like to see if I could give away as little as possible, right? And so we have the big central open area, and I say central, but I shouldn't say central. We have the big open area with a countdown clock and stuff. We have all of that stuff. That's got to go in. We have the exit that has to be worked on, and that's the alleyway where the anvils rain down on you. Those are two very big features. Those need to be put in. The cool thing is most of those have been worked out already, right? We worked those out in the test world mostly last year. And so those are in place. But we have other smaller features, right? We have other smaller features that need to go in. We have drop areas where we have lava pits that the player falls into, stuff like that. So we need to install those. And I would like some of those. Now it's usually easier to put those kind of features near the outer walls, because I do have the alleyway surrounding the entire thing in which we can use to install redstone. But my goal is every dead end has some sort of feature in it, right? Some sort of either detrimental or beneficial feature in it, right? Either it's in a way to escape into another part of the maze, or something beneficial that helps you get out, or something detrimental that does you in. That goes for, now there are plenty of external dead ends, and by external I mean they terminate near the outer wall, and again that allows us to put redstone out here if we need to, although I'm getting better at redstone, I think, and compacting it to fit into these areas. So but I don't want the features to be just on the outer walls. So I need inner wall features. Some of the inner wall features I have, right? Like I have, for example, I have this one. Yeah, okay. So we have an internal dead end feature here. And I need a few more of those. And so one of the ones I wanted to put in will be the drop away floor with the lava pit below. And I'm wondering if Draken suggested that one earlier with the lava pit, because we had two of those, I believe. One of them was lava. Kachi suggested a TNT one, which is funny. I think we actually had three, and we had one with creepers. Yeah, we had one with creepers. I just thought of a feature just now, popped into my head. What if, for a detrimental feature, what if the player gets to the dead end and they decide to hit the button to see what happens, and a panel opens up and more baby zombies come out? That would be funny, because one of the things I'm thinking of is some of the traps will also kill some of the baby zombies. Some of the, they will kill the baby zombies. And so at some points during the maze, baby zombies need to be replenished. And I think that that's one way to do that. So we should work on that today. And I'm thinking maybe 3 places for that to happen throughout the maze. All right? And maybe 3's a little bit too much, but at least 2 places. At least 2. And what I would like to have is an area that's an internal dead end, and I want it to be long enough where, say, this one I feel is a little too short. So if the player comes around here, baby zombies are coming, oh no, like this. They hit the button like this. They're trying to juke, and when they come out, what I would like is the baby zombies to pour out of here, not here. So you hit the button and you turn around, and then the door opens here, and they come out at you like that. That might not be a bad thing. I mean, the baby zombies will be coming in here after you anyway, and then if you hit the button, right, then this would open up maybe here, and more baby zombies would come out. I think we'll work on something like that today. We just need to find a place in which to put that. Now, here is a particularly long dead end, but I would like to reserve these for like the lava pit kind of thing, right? Where the player comes running around here, they enter into here, and then they get past a certain point, they open up here, they hit this, and then you can see this will open up. What would be really cool is if this opened up successively, so the player, it'll just add to the panic. Where the player's like, oh my god, and maybe try to, if they can, maybe try to jump and try to get out of it before it opens up down to their area. So the longer the dead end is, the funnier it is for something like that to happen. So that would be like a detrimental version of that. An advantageous version of that, I think, would be where the floor opens up, the player drops into a place below that will then give them a tunnel where they'll proceed through the tunnel, and they will come out into some other point in the maze. That might be kind of cool. So those are features that we can think about, right? But now I think having a passage, some sort of panel open up and more baby zombies come out, that would be something that we would try to work on today. All right, here's another long dead end that would be really cool for like the drop away floor. We got to find one that's just the right size. Like these, I think, are a little bit too short. That one's nice. That one's a nice long one. You know what? Maybe ones like this wouldn't be so bad, right? Or maybe ones like this will actually work out well. Let's put it that way. Player would come around here like this, hit this. What? Nothing's happening. Look over there, and then this opens up here, and they come out. But I'm thinking, you know what? We're not going to have like 10 baby zombies come out of there. We'll just have like maybe like half that. Maybe like 5 would come out of there. I think that would be a good thing. Yeah, no, not a whole lot. Doing a little stream maintenance there. There we go. Also got to sit up here. So let's work on that. And I can just spawn in the baby zombies with the command block. So there's that too, right? And so that would mean, oh, this is an outer wall though. But we can get this kind of feature in on an inner wall, an inner dead end. Yeah, like this one's not bad. Except that if I'm here and I hit it there, that's a little too long, I think. Inner dead end feature. This one's okay. This one's almost right. Yeah, this one's okay. That would mean they would queue up and come out here. All right, so we're going to have two things here, right? We're going to need the redstone to open up the panels. And that's not bad. That's just drawing two blocks back and then drawing them over. Then we're going to, we can have the command block spawn in the baby zombies. The baby zombies will spawn in right about here. And I think they can come right over to here and just jump down. They'll be fine. So we can test that right away. That would probably be the first thing we would test, is to put the baby zombies right in here and see if they will jump out. The thing is, will we have enough room for the redstone in here? Because that's pretty tight. I don't think I could fit it in that kind of a depth. I think I need twice as much, and we have this wall on the other side. Look. But I think if I put the baby zombies in here, I think they'll pop out. Meaning, I think they'll jump down from that height. So let's go do this. We will put an adult zombie. Zomb. Right there, and then we'll go san, su, like that. Let's give ourselves a pickaxe. Well, I don't know. See, I think if I break those wall units, they're just going to come out immediately. But that answers our question, right? They'll definitely drop down from there. Yeah, they have no problem jumping down off of that, apparently. And that's a good thing. All right, that's fine. All right, second thing would be to... Now, I could do a command block that would make these disappear and then reappear afterwards, but, you know, the idea is to try to use the redstone, right? So, but I'm thinking we don't have enough room here. If we look at our door here for... we might just barely have enough room. We'd have the wall, we'd have the redstone, and then the other wall behind it. That's pretty tight. Now, there's all of this apparatus too, but I could position this differently on the side to power that, but that is pretty tight. I think we can do it, though. So let me see. Blocks. Pistons, right. Now you're starting to understand, if you haven't already, why it's such a struggle to be Thunderhand. Zero retention in the brain. once I figure out something like this, I don't have it in my head forever. I have to keep relearning it each time. That's why. That's one of the main reasons why things go so slowly. I think this can fit in there. It's gonna be super tight though. All right, where were we? We were over here somewhere. Yeah, see, I have creative mode and I know the maze, and even I can't like figure out where I am. Okay, so I'm really not too worried about some sort of prospective contestant figuring things out. Let's do, because we're gonna have to go back and reference that a number of times, I'm thinking. So let's just do something like this so we can find our space again. Let's open this up so we can get in there and get our work done. And let me see, I think I have to go down about this far here on either side. Like that. Okay, and just for now, for reference, of course, I'm not going to want to have these kind of blocks like this, right? I'm going to want to have them blend in with the wall. But now, just while we're working, let me see, we need that and that. No, they need to be further back here and here, because they need some room to actually pull. And then yeah, I'm gonna have to knock these out just so I have room to work. Like that. That is really tight, people. That is super tight. Again, you know, the mechanism is here, so the redstone signal is going to have to come down through that wall to activate this, which isn't that big of a deal. Should be okay. Let's just hollow that out though, because we know that that's coming, right? And then we'll have to install some sort of command block around to spawn the baby zombies, which is not my preference, by the way. I would like to have. Now, a spawn egg also, I don't know, maybe you feel that's kind of cheaty too, but have I no light sources over here at all? Well, we're gonna need some. I mean, I can pretty much make out what's happening over here, but I don't think you guys can on the stream, so let's put some light there so you guys can see. Check this and make sure everything's going okay. Apparently not. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this gives us enough room here to put in our redstone and all of our components and whatnot. the top runs just like this. That's pretty straightforward, I think. Yeah, so you're going to need the signal coming in from somewhere, right? In this case, in our case over there, it's pretty tight. We may have the signal coming in from above. These repeaters give you the delay, so the inner pistons fire first, and then the outer pistons fire second, right? And then they reverse themselves, second and first, right? So we do have that. Right, we should be good. And let me see. I think I just do this right along the top there. Let's get some redstone. There we go, redstone block. Not redstone block yet. We're going to need that soon. Just the regular redstone. Redstone dust. That's what we need. And I'm going to do that, and that. This seems like it's a little too short, though. Yeah, I think these need to be moved outward just a little bit more. Yeah, they do. Here. Because their default state is extended. Yeah, like that. There we go. Like that. And then we'll give ourselves a little more room there, even though I think we'll be all right. We need that for the outer pistons, and then we need the repeaters. Repeaters can go in here. They have to have a 1-tick delay like that. And then we can do something like this just to test it with lever. Come on, hands. Just do the thing, please. Oh, I need some sort of power source, which means it has to be on that block if I'm testing it. There we go. So that's the initial state. That's the off state. You have to activate it at least once, right? And so there we go. And there we go. And so it'll pull aside here, and then we'll have the command block on these coordinates just spawn like 5 baby zombies. Something like that, right? And the command block we can put somewhere in here, maybe. Or we can put it here because when you press the button, you know, you're going to want these doors to open first, baby zombies to spawn, and then this, again, will be on a clock, and then it will close the doors after, right? And so you want this to be open long enough for the baby zombies to have plenty of time to get out. And then we'll test that. Yeah, I like something like that. That's good. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a problem. Yeah, because it's almost a little too tall. Yeah, it's almost a bit too tall. And because what I'm thinking is when you trigger this, it really needs to trigger the inner first. And then from here, it'll trigger the outer part. So, for example, if I just brought in the redstone from the side and maybe cut into this redstone right here, the side pistons would work before the inner pistons, and that's not good. And so that's one of the problems with having the wall only 4 blocks wide. So I need to figure out some sort of way around this. I want to try something here. Yeah. Okay. And then what if I did this? No. Not hands. Just do the hand thing there. Okay, just do that. That should work. Why? So I think you guys can see what I'm trying to do, right? I'm trying to... Yeah, it's this one that's the problem down here. Right? So if I take away this block, it's that one down there that's not getting powered by these up here, right? All right. So let me think of this. So what's happening here is this will power those two below, and then that will power these two below. But I'm hoping I can get rid of this. Because then I can do something like that and pass a repeater over it. Bring the power source in from the side like this. And so it hits these first, and then it comes out and hits those. So, and I don't want to use an observer, but if I could do something like this and have this redstone signal hit that, then I'd be good. Right, we could bring this across. Like something like that, I'm thinking. Now, you could do something like... fuck. So I was thinking on doing something like that, but then this powers this, right? If this gives that enough power, maybe this, maybe I could do something like, the moment I put a block here though, that's when the problems start. Come on, Thunder, just type. There we go. No, not with the 2 T's. Just, I know how to spell target. There we go. Let's just grab that. See, I'm wondering now, if can I do something like that? And that? See, the moment I do that, it connects it to the top. I could put a block over this, but, well, the other thing I could do is move this out and just have 2 repeaters there. Yeah, that might be an easier way, right? I mean, it's kind of clunky looking redstone, but I mean, one of the other, like, really simple things you could do is that. There might be too much of a delay doing that, though. We would have to do... I mean, it certainly works, right? It's a little bit janky, but there's not too much of a delay there either, so... Okay, so what we can do now is we need the on state right there, and that keeps the system closed, right? What are we doing for time here? Pretty good. So, let me see. Let me come around the corner here. And I'm thinking... Again, maybe the button's right there. So... I know how to spell chiseled, please. There we go. Let's do that. Fuck. And then button. And again, things could be easier, like if I used levers to activate things. But the button's the best way to activate it, really. Because it resets, right? If you sit there and hit a lever, then the lever doesn't reset, right? It's either a 1 or a 0, right? But this goes 0, 1, 0, right? So it resets afterwards. The problem with it, though, is it sends out a double pulse for a observer. But sometimes that's advantageous. All right, let's get our... I think we could take advantage of the height here. For example, if I did that and put a redstone torch, right there. Okay, that's my default on, and now the button needs to turn this off. And it needs to do so with a block of redstone. So let me see, if a block of redstone comes into contact with that, it doesn't work. If there's a repeater in between, though, it definitely works. Okay, so we have that, and now we have this space. Now, there's 2 ways I can do this. I can do this with the double piston, or I can use the water. And I think you guys know what I'm going to do here. What we need is a piston to drop this off. So to pull it back and keep it back, and then afterwards to push it forward and keep it there. And the way I like to do that is with an observer, but But we can shorten some of this space here with something like putting the dispenser. The thing about the dispenser, though, is you get the noise. But, I mean, you already have the noise of the pistons activating, so... So if we do something like that and then put the redstone on top, right? Oh, really, hands? Come on. Please just do the thing now. All right? Redstone dust. Right there. Now, see, what should happen is when we... let's just go like this so we can watch. Like this is when you press the button. There you go. And that activates. Okay. And let's see. Let's put some... Put some glass right there. And then we'll put the observer. And the thing we're going for here is to get a single pulse out of the observer and not a double pulse. Because when we get a single pulse out of the observer, it will drop that block off. When we get the double pulse, it'll retract it. It'll push it forward and then pull it back. Single pulse will push it forward and then pull back, but it leaves the block, and that's what we need. We need like that double action happening there. Let's get a piston like that, and let me see here. Right there, that should be enough. We can put a block in between like this, or we could also put a repeater in there, but I think we're good. So what it should do now is when you hit that button, it'll dispense the water. This will see one single block update. It'll fire through this block, hit the piston. It'll grab this block and retract it and keep it back. Right? That's the idea. Water. Right here. Let's get this. We'll put that there. We'll do this. And we'll put that right in there. You know what I'm saying? It should do the thing. There we go. Now see, it retracts this back and keeps it. You need that kind of action, right? Door is closed. Door is open. Right? Now, the problem here is we need a clock. And there's not really a lot of room for a clock, people. But the cool thing is this just changes the state. For example, it's just closed right now. All right, and I think we can put the clock in this section. It will start the clock going, and then the clock will then send a signal back through. And I'm thinking probably right through this target block, right from there. And then it will activate it again and close it. So we hit this, and it opens it. And then it's counting down. But you know what? It really should hit this again to close it, right? It really should do that. I mean, we could put the clock on this side and just have the clock hit the dispenser again. We could have that. Instead of putting it over here, right? And that way you can use the same firing mechanism in the front here, right? And I think the way that this is set up, and there's no other dead ends here, so it's okay if we use these blocks. It's just, wow, that's a lot of space to do something pretty simple. And we still have to install the command block. How am I doing for time here? I'm almost at the halfway point. There's Lone Star. And thanks for the lurk, sir. I appreciate it. Let me see. Is your stream... have you finished streaming? Because I was hoping to be able to raid you today. Okay, yeah, there he is. Still going. Great. I've got about 1 more hour to my stream, so I think I'll still finish before you do, because you stream for a long time. More than 2 hours, typically. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we have 3 steps to do here, right? We have the open close for the doors. Now we need to put in the clock for the doors. And then we need to put in the... well, you know what? I think the baby zombie spawner should go next, actually. The command block that spawns the baby zombies. That should go in next. All right, so there should be some... And I'm going to spawn them, I'm thinking, right in that block. Right there. So let's hit this. Let's get some coords. We're going to have to hit F3. Hello? F3? There we go. And targeted block. It looks like 699, 1664. Let's get a sign up there. And refresh the memory that just dumped that. 699, 1664. And what's the Y value for this block? 73. And that's a negative. I think that's what it is, right? Right there. And you guys can see, I'm just looking at targeted block, which should be in that paragraph above us. The chat's covering it up a little bit. Sorry about that. But so we're going to need this to program into the, to add the command line. And where should we have this? I'm thinking we can do that here. This can also split off this way. This way.
What are you doing?
Sage! What's up, buddy? So you guys can see the auto shout out there. Even though he's done the redeem. There it is. A little bit of a delay. You guys can see the auto shout out there for fellow buffoon, a real foolish sage. Who I'm sure at some point will stream again one of these days. Well, I did the redeem, but hadn't chatted yet. Yeah. How you doing, my friend? Let's set the command block down right. And we only need the one. And you know what? I want to put a significant delay on this. And it only really needs to fire once. Soon! Yeah, I'm nagging Sage about streaming because I like his streams. So yesterday we were both on the Buffooncraft server. I got most of the segment visible by the camera cleaned up. Oh. And some overlays and stuff. Oh, okay, cool. All right, yeah, so tweaking the stream and stuff. All right, cool. We were both on the Buffooncraft server, busy working yesterday, and neither of us streaming. But he came over to the island to drop off some stuff, and I gifted him a few villagers to repopulate his ancient city. And so we stuck him in a boat, and he trekked them across the sea all the way to his place. And I was telling him that dude would have been a funny stream. At some point, I need someone smart to help me, like, redeem things. Oh, okay, yeah, we can help you out with that stuff. I'm pretty good with that stuff. The folks who are the best with that, though, are Lone Star that you just saw there, Genie, and Shut Mountain. Those three are, like, they're like the real streamers here. The other buffoons are also good in their own right with that stuff, but those three are probably have the most experience. Okay, you know, I'm going to just grab the code off of the from this here that we have for this. All right, the summon command off of this. So we can do this. If you press down shift and hit that, you can select all and then do control C for you Windows users. All right, and then we can paste this in and just modify it over here. Like this. And thinking this through, this should work. Should being the... I was dodging the ancient monuments and stuff just for them to get targeted by a trident drowned. Yeah, you were saying, yeah. I think you mean the ocean monuments, right? Yeah. Yeah, because then they get zapped by guardians, right? And then the sea, the ocean ruins, I think they're called, with the drowns. Yeah, so... trying to get your little villagers safely across the sea. And, you know, when you first suggested that, you know, because I'm significantly further south and a little bit east of Sage's base. My base is way down there, right? Nova and I. And I'm thinking, you know, maybe there'd be a better location at which you can pick up some villagers. But then, you know, it's pretty much straight run by sea all the way. I mean, there's some distance involved, but you just stick him in a boat. You can just boat him almost directly to his base, and his base is near his shore. So, kind of makes sense, right? I have some moderation to do here. You know, it's weird because when I'm doing my own moderation now, I mean, Shut and Nebs are still moderating, but when I'm trying to do it through this window now, it's a little bit different. I think it's here, right? Moderation settings. Oh, this is how I do this. That's right. If I do that... and I do that. Yep, no soliciting. There we go. Okay, so back at things. Okay, 5K blocks out, but not a straight shot with a boat. They also started summoning a police force. Yeah, you know, a thing you can do with that is if you just retain one Iron Golem there, they won't spawn anymore. Yeah, so you see in the back of my spawner, my villager breeder, I have one sequestered Iron Golem there. And if you just keep one there, they won't spawn any others. I think if you keep 4 cats in a boat, they also won't spawn any more cats. But trying to wrangle cats, right? It's literally like herding cats. But if you guys would like to see that, other viewers in the chat, Us buffoons frequently post screenshots and all kinds of things about us and our streams and everything in the Buffooncraft public Discord. You guys can see that in the chat. I'm still looking on my camera so I can try to point at it, but I just remember. Oh, yeah. Might be right up there. You guys can see the link for the invite. If you're already a member of our Discord, consider inviting somebody else in, right? That would be really, really cool. But the invite is right up there above us. You can see all things Buffooncraft. You can go check out screenshots of things that Sage and I are talking about if you don't see the stream VODs and things like that. So, all right. I am past my halfway point through the stream. I usually take a little break here. So I'm going to run ads for about 3 minutes and then switch to standing mode, and I will be right back. Hey there, and welcome back. Type that in the chat just in case some people have the sound off. We're back. All right, let's switch back over to the display scene. I need to be in standing mode because I'm an old man. If I sit down too long, my hips. Let's get this right up into here. Okay. So you guys can see where I've modified the code here to spawn the baby zombie at that location, at our new location. However, I want 5 of them. So if I do this, there we go. Sans. Ok. That should be enough. Sans. Ooh, like this. Yeah. Okay, like that. And then I think if I just put the redstone dust along the top. Thusly. Then I think we're good. Now I put a giant 4-tick delay on there. That might be a little too much. I could probably count the ticks for this action, but oh god, I hope it didn't activate that and kill them. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Yeah, we can't do this quite like this. This has to happen in the opposite way because we just crushed our baby zombies, I think. All right, so we need a redstone torch here up against this. Right. And so when the signal comes through from here, it'll shut off the redstone torch. Right, it has to happen in reverse. All right, so let's do that. Let's put a block right there. So with power going into our torch like that, it should keep it off. And then when we activate this to open the door, it'll kill this signal and then turn that on. Right, and so we're going to need... I'm thinking... And it, you know what? It doesn't so much matter what direction these things are in. Sometimes it does, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then maybe 5, like that. Right, so let me think here. I'll do this and this. We should be good. And, you know, if I really wanted to, I could put repeaters along these to direct these. I think these will be okay, though, because we're just spawning baby zombies. It doesn't have to be like this one first, that one second, that one third. It can do them out of sequence, right? It doesn't matter. But now we have to put in the code for each one. And I need to access these without accessing the redstone. I can do that if I'm careful. And I copied this to the clipboard, so we should be good. I should avoid sitting too long, but not for my hips, rather for my beer belly. Yeah, that's why I set up this station the way I did here in my studio. So I have my workbench here at standing height, and I just have a very tall stool over there, right? And so sitting and standing are just about at the same height. So that way I don't have to have any of those desks, those standing desks you see. They're motorized and they raise up and down. Yeah, you know, that's not good for the cables and all of that stuff. You know, I'm sure you can rig it up that way and it's kind of cool. But I'm just too impatient for the servos to lift the desk up to the stage. Yeah, it's just jump off the stool, push the stool aside, good, ready to go. Okay, I'm done standing, drag the stool over, sit down, I'm done, right? So I'm just too impatient. Plus the desk is a lot less expensive. I've got a motorized sit-stand desk, yeah. I don't know how you have the patience to wait for it to raise up and go. I don't. So... But they are cool, though. Let me see. So we can do that for each one. Done. Trophy. Done. Done. You know what? I think the code should be such that I could just have one block and have spawn 5 baby zombies. I think I can do that, but I'm not entirely sure. That should do it. All right, we should be doing... I'm going to leave these walls open here for right now because we may have to make further modifications. All right, I think we're good here. I think we're good there. We need to reinstall our redstone block like that. And we're in the closed powered state. So when we come over here now and hit this... Oh, no! Okay, so they're a little bit too far down, and it looks like only one of them fire. All right, so I need to raise them up a block. Why did one of them fire? Did it go through like a pulse? Hello, little fella. You know what? This might have to be further up, or these might have to be lower. They can be lowered. One of them did fire. So I think this didn't carry through. Because otherwise, these should be lit all the way through right now, and they're not. So I think I jankified the redstone here with this being on top. Oh, you know what? I think the other thing is, if this is constantly powered, like I have it here, I think it's just going to keep spawning these. Tick, 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 tick. Maybe. Maybe. Let's see what happens. First of all, these have to be lowered, though. Oh, we know that for certain. And let's get all of this out of here. And we'll do something like that. That and that. Yeah. And then maybe that. Like this. There we go. And then, no, other side. Okay. The arrow directions might not be critical in this kind of case, but... Okay. Hello, baby zombie. All right, we need to reprogram these. Right. So just each one. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. And like that. All right, let's see what happens now. Okay, so we have the right number of baby zombies, but now we need to edit it so they spawn one block higher. So instead of 73, we need to edit this so it's 74. Hands just... This is why I can't be a coder, people, is the typing is just so bad. It's too bad because I'm actually pretty good at coding. I'm not great at it, but I'm pretty good at it. I like to think I'm good at it because my thinking is very simplistically machine-like. So I can relate to the machine. That's how simple-minded I am. All right. Hello, fellas. Okay, and then this can reset now. All right, so that will retract. It should reset, and we should be good. All right, let's try it again. There we go. That's what I want to have happen. Just like that. Oh god, it's so funny. But see, look, the little dudes will all come out of there when we're in survival mode. They'll definitely come pouring out of there. No, hands. Just calm down. Right, and then it closeth again afterward. All right, so we can get rid of these because all of this is working now. I'm going to put that one there, and that one there, and maybe one like this, one like this. Okay, that's good. We no longer need that. And let me see. I'm going to leave this open for right now. I think this is all working, so we can close this up. Fuck. And then similarly, on this side, we can close all of this up. Thusly. And then I think we're good. Now, sure, we have some baby zomboids running about. This is giving off a lot of extraneous light. But let's do... I'll tell you what, let's do this. I like to be able to see the redstone as I'm flying over it. So I can do any maintenance on this that is necessary. And I don't mind it giving off a little bit of light, but if it's too much light, I think it reveals a little too much. Patience is the root of all virtues. I'd like to think so. Jankified is a fantastic word. Okay, so in the time we have remaining, and I should be able to accomplish this. We just need a clock now on this. And I'm thinking I can put the clock right here and then have its output right there. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm wondering, maybe I should do Etho Hopper Clock here. But I don't really have a lot of room for it. I think I used it over here. In one of my other areas. No, I just used a comparator clock. You know, maybe I can get away with a comparator clock here. I certainly don't mind putting an Etho Hopper clock in there. But it doesn't really have to stay open for that long. How about this one? This one doesn't really have... That also has a comparator clock. Because I think the baby zombies will just come roaring right out of here. And so it just has to stay long enough, open long enough for the baby zombies to come out. So I think we'll have enough time in here. I'm going to open up this back to here. But I don't think we're going to need that much time. We have no dead ends around here, so we don't need this. Well, we do have a dead end there. So we have to be careful. But I don't think we need any of this area in here. We should be fine. We could do something like this. And I'm thinking a comparator clock of about maybe that size. Let's do something like this first. And we'll try that. That should give us a long enough delay. And let's take a look at the delay size of this one. Where's the nearest one? I think here. Two, 4, 6, 8. I have a delay size of 10 on that one. That's huge. That is big. Right, so on the input end of this, it has to read the input and the output. That makes sense. So what has to happen here is we need a separate input and a separate output. I would like to be able to use the same if I could. I think I can, actually. Let's try it out. So comparator. We'll take a comparator here. And so when we click this, it'll read that. Come about here. And then I'm thinking... Well, I don't know. See, I'm thinking of having another dispenser here. But I think that's going to cause too much of a problem. See, I'm thinking something like that would be better. And then that, and if I do I want to put the solid block in for this one? Maybe. That's my entries. Look on the input side, maybe. That might do it. We should be all armed and ready to go. If we hit this, baby zombies come in. They should come out. I think they're going to get squished. Okay, the clock counted down, and it didn't deactivate it. Huh. So it should come around through here. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, this probably isn't going to work the way I want it to. And this is why. Comparator clock will will lower the signal until it's off. But yeah, let's see what happens. So let me see. I'm reset like this. Let's hit this and let's watch. Yeah, comparator clock is not what I need here. What I need here is repeater delay circuit, not a comparator clock. So if I did this, and since it's a repeater delay circuit, I'm probably going to need more of them. Maybe not. Let's just do this. Shut Mountain! You guys can see friend, moderator of the stream, and fellow buffoon, Shut Mountain. You guys can see the auto shout out there. Welcome on in, Shut. You might be on your commute home right now, right? So I'm wondering how much of a delay on each one of these that we're going to need. Nope, already in my chair. Bring on the comfy chair. So let me think here. When this initiates, it will fire that way. It'll fire this way as well, but it can't go against the direction there. It's got nowhere to go, so it should be all right. Let me see. How much of a delay on these? How many seconds? I want to give these fellas plenty of time to get out. So let's do... I'll tell you what, let's do this first. I'm thinking this should be plenty. Maybe not. I don't know. I want that to stay open a good long time. And, you know, I could hook this up with an Ethel Harper clock. Would allow me to do that, but then I would need another piston and stuff like that. So that's kind of like, that's why I'm avoiding that. Let's reset. Let's also leave the chunk so the baby zombies will despawn. And then we'll let some new ones spawn in case. And then in this situation, I'll go into survival mode so I can draw the baby zombies out. All right, that should be far enough away. What's my render settings at right now? That should be plenty. Simulation distance and all that good. Apply. Done. Done. Back to game. Yeah, let's get out of there and then we can come back. And then those baby zomboids should be gone. Should be. Yeah. Okay. We're good. All right, so what I would like to do now have this in here. And let's try this out. Good. Oh, dear. I'll tell you what, let's empty the inventory first. That way we don't have to announce clean up aisle 6. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's clear our inventory out. We'll do this. And we'll do that. So you can imagine horde of bloodthirsty baby zombies running after you. Come here. You say, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then you start running. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. That's pretty darn good. And I just heard that open and close. And that's a good delay. Uh-oh. That's not good. It just opened and closed again. I thought it activated more than once. What's happening? I don't like that. Well, what have I gone and done here? Okay, so I've made a continuous pulse. Yeah, all right. Yeah, instead of just a delay and a reactivation circuit. So that's not good. That's almost funnier in some ways, but and we squished those ones. Squish. Because you have a full collect circuit. Yeah, right. It's going round and round. So the way I'm thinking that I should do that is it just doesn't have to feed back into that one directly. Like if I had, and this isn't the way to do this, but if I had that going back in like this, no, maybe not. I have to separate, I have to hit this from another side is what has to happen. So it doesn't activate that redstone again. And again, the way that would work would be a piston, right? But it's like if I already have a piston here, I should be able to use what I already have in place. I just don't want to have to build out. Yeah. I just don't want to have to build out a whole other piston system when I can just use this one here. You know what, though? We might be able to take advantage of the double action that I usually don't want for the button. Yeah, we might be able to do that. And just put a massive delay on it. Yeah, because usually that's a problem, but here I think I can use that to my advantage. Like I can have this directly fire the piston. Excuse me. Yeah, I can take advantage of this where this is usually a problem, and I'm thinking I can use that to our advantage here. I think that's actually what I want. So we could do something like this. Now, this might... let me think about this for a moment. If I do something like this... Let's put the button on here. Okay, so what I need to do is have it stay out there long and then pull it back in. So that means having this signal. But see, if I just increase that, then it's just going to take long. I need the action of the piston to be longer, and that's another piston with a redstone block. That's how that works. Yeah, that's still launching the piston forward and pulling it back. That's exactly what that is. That's still doing that. All right, so... Yeah, and while I'm reinventing the wheel, shut mountain with the backseat driving. Sure. Yeah, so we can pull that over there. Let's see. So I think the way I had it, right, but just delaying the circuit, which is bulky. I was just trying to think of a more compact way of doing it, but server, right, back to here, like right there, the way we had it. All right. Awk. Hands, please. Please, hands. Like that. We can put the dispenser back where it belongs. Dispenser? Right. We could do that. Oh, we could do... You know... This would be kind of cool. Maybe if I can get this to work, this would be kind of cool. Is that gonna... It would have to depend on the timing of it, though. I don't think it would be worth doing. What I'm thinking is, if this is in its initial state, it will dispense the water, and then the delay, and then another will retract the water. But if you think about it, when it goes to do that again, it will, this is now in a state where there's no water. It will try to dispense water and there won't be any in there. I could do a thing where it puts the bucket back in here, but that's, no, there's got to be a better way to do that. And what I'm thinking it is just another redstone block here. So it hits that, it'll dispense the water. Let's do this with the glass. And I think usually I'll have like the clock outputting to the piston again. Like if I have it over here, you can see where it will pulse through the clock like this, hit this, and then it will count down and send it out through again. And I think, like if I do this, for example, it's sending a constant signal through. And then as it ticks down, it will shut off. But that's not doing what I really need it to do. I do need it to do the double pulse, but I just need a big delay between each pulse. So this will hit the initial pulse. And then I need it to send another pulse. But see, I'm sort of defeating that by putting in the button. But you can't extend the piston delay on this. You can only affect the time that it fires and back. So I just need it to fire again a second time. And I think I know how to do that. Okay. We can also see if the redstone signal comes through here, it will delay. By the time it gets to the end, I can have another observer read it. And activate this again one more time. To close it, right? I think I can do it that way. For example, and maybe use a target block for that so I can turn the corner. So if I use a lamp, then I'll be able to see, right? It activating. Like this. That won't activate the piston in that direction. So it's gotta, we need that happening there. Okay, we should be good with everything else. I think I got it. I think I've got it. All right, let's try this. So this will fire this way for the dispenser like that. All right, what we have to do is that has to be there so it won't make a clock. It'll just make a delay. And then I can do that. And what? Then have the same kind of system over here to retract that again. Maybe something like that. And this should be a pulse coming through, so it should... Let's try it out. Now, this may be too much. For example, I might be able to get by with just doing that because there's so many there, right? Let's see what happens. We're going to need that like that. Okay, we're going to need a monstrous delay. All right, so let me see. When this fires through here, it should protect that. I'm thinking what's happening, though, is this is hitting this and sending a signal through, and it's backfiring. That might be happening. But let's try this. Could I do away with these? Maybe. Let's see what happens. Yeah, because it reversed its state. Let's try it this way. I think the biggest problem is going to be getting enough of a delay between. Yeah. Hence, that's what we're doing, right? Yeah, sorry, I got to look at the chat a little bit more carefully, but I get involved, you know? I get thinking, and then... All right. You know, I've almost got this. Yeah, okay, that should do it. And then when I hit it again... Although that is a little too short, but see, we can extend that now. Right? And let's just use a regular block to push back and forth so we could just see the action and make sure that we're okay. Right? And so... let me see. This is in its initial state. So this needs to be here in its initial state, right? And so when we hit this, okay, and then it resets. We're good. We just need it to last longer. Great. So now we can just add repeaters, which is a little janky, but... because we need time for the baby zombies to get out. Okay, so we should be in initial state. Whoa! That is not a lot of time for those baby zombies to get out. And okay, I can set these. Hold on. This is what I need to do, people. This is what I need to do right here. Right? Are we good? 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Directions are all good. Initial state has been achieved. Hit this. I think that's plenty of time for baby zombies to come out. Let's try it out. All redstone is janky. Okay, this won't cross charge that, so we should be good. Yeah, you got to be careful with redstone blocks and pistons. They do very, very weird things. All right, let's get rid of these baby zombies by just leaving the chunk and coming back. I just like coming out here to the middle of the ocean. That should be far enough away, right? And then let's try it out. Those guys should despawn when we leave the chunk. Or at least leave the render distance. Okay, they're gone. All right, let's try it again. And then, let me see. How am I doing? We're almost at the end of the stream. I think we're going to do this, people. Okay, here goes nothing. Oh, God. Let's go this way to hear it close. Did it close? Did it close? I guess I could have doubled back and checked, right? This is one of the reasons why I have the respawn bed so far away, is to reset this, right? So I leave the chunks, and it should be far enough away for these guys to have despawned again. But it did close afterwards. I guess one of the things I can do is when I test it, I can juke them and come back this way and look at it. One of the reasons why I don't test it in creative mode is I don't want... Oh, you know what I could do? Can I reach that from here? I think I can. Because the babies can't reach me from here, but they will still come out after me, I think. And then we can watch it. I think that's good enough. I think that's... I like that. There is a little bit of a delay, though, between those doors opening and then this firing. I do have that at 4 ticks, so let's reduce that. Let's put a 1 tick delay on it, and let's see what happens. I do want them to spawn a little bit quicker, so they have time to notice the player. But I do want a little bit of a delay so the player has a chance to get out. So the timing of that, 10 minutes left. Thank you. Actually, 4 minutes now, but your message was a little bit earlier. Yeah, let's do that. Right, and let's see. I think it's going to have to be at least a 2 tick delay, but we'll see. Well, let's try it out. Wow, that's pretty good. That is pretty good right there. And then it closes and we're good. I think we're done, people. I like it. I just think I could do this redstone better. Really, I do. Good here? Yes. Right. We do that. We do that. We're good there. Running through here. Hey, little fella. Hitting that. And again, I might, under different circumstances, move the button up closer. But here, I want the button to be here so they have time to juke and then they get to see the baby zombies, right? So that's why I put the button a little deeper into the dead end here on that one. Okay, so let's add that to our progress board over here. Let me see. What should we call this? 6. Maybe call this Dead End Baby Zombie Spawner? We'll say maybe spawn. It's kind of like a trap, maybe, but we'll just say spawner. That's a little bit more accurate, I think. Okay, so let's take a look at our progress board. So we built our entrance and decorated it and did all of that there. We have a secret door, so one of the internal dead ends has a secret door where you open it up and you can pass through, but the baby zombies can pass through as well, right? We have an arrow dispensing feature in there for one of them when you hit the button. This one's detrimental. Bad arrows come out and harm you, but help the baby zombies. We have arrow dispensing feature, another one that's beneficial. So the arrows are healing arrows. They hit the player. They heal the player. But, of course, healing arrows harm the baby zombies. So we have that. Baby zombie spawner at the entrance. So before the player starts, me, the MC, the host, I can hit the button and spawn the baby zombies in their places and get them ready to go. And then today we just did the dead end baby zombie spawner in its location out there. So I like that. We were able to accomplish that in one stream for a change. A single 2-hour stream. That's super cool. Usually I like to pose for a thumbnail. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that with this one or not. Let's do something like this. See if I can get my thumbnail in here. Like that. Let's go into F5. I don't think I'll be able to activate that fast enough, though. Maybe I can do this. Here we go. And here they come. Oh, am I not in survival? Oh, no, and they got squished. Okay, I guess that's one way to deal with it. Yeah, let's get it. Let's do this. Let's try to get my thumbnail again. I had the right idea. I had the right key. I had the wrong keyhole. Let's go out. Let's despawn them. And then we'll see if we can raid on out to... if Lone, if you're still... streaming, I'll see if I can raid on out. Yeah, here he is, right here. And they'll come right out of there. I need to be in survival mode with this and ready to hit that F5. Here they come. They have seen me. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. There we go. I think we'll get... Lone is still streaming. Great. There we go. Okay, I think I got a decent enough thumbnail for that. All right, let's set up the raid. You guys can see the raid message there that I've just entered into the chat. If you would like to join us on the raid, you can copy and paste that into chat. And I always encourage the viewers to join us along on these raids, even if you can't stay for the entire stream. If you could just drop in and say hi at the least, and then if you feel so inclined, a follow, bits, sub would be really, really cool. Set up the raid itself. There we go. And the raid for our fellow buffoon and good friend Lone Star is counting down. Family-friendly viewers, just remember that Lone's stream is rated for mature audiences. There's some language and stuff in there, but awesome guy, lots of fun. And let's see here. Yeah, we have a lot of shared community. He's a fellow buffoon, so chances are you'll see somebody in there that you know. Just remember that we do this Generation stream every Wednesday from noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Our next stream will be, let me see, that'll be Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Buffooncraft SMP. We are doing so many cool things in Buffooncraft for Season 6. Please drop by and check that out. If you can't make it, at least check out the VODs and leave a comment or something, because we're doing some very, very cool stuff in Buffooncraft Season 6. The stream after that will be Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That will be Kachi time. And then next Wednesday for the Generation stream, we should be back on the Generations Survival World, Generations 5. And we may be checking out the Pale Force stuff in there in that stream. So we'll see what's happening there. Some language? Thunder, we need to get together on the Tunnel Ideas. Yes, we do, for the Buffooncraft. Okay, we are rating out to Lone Star now. Thank you, everybody, for showing up today. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now.